same for tomorrow. Say I love you with a serenade and a flower for Valentine's Day. Nothing says you care like a singing Valentine from a Men of Harmony quartet. For more information, go to scmenofharmony.com.
Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS, Santa Clarita Business and Real Estate Show. I'm joined by Kimberly Wyard. Kimberly Wyard is with the Chief Executive Officer of Northeast Valley Health Corporation. Been in the business for a long time, very experienced in that. You operate over 15 health centers?
Correct.
Yes, locally, also two in the Santa Clarita Valley, one coming up. So tell us more about Northeast Valley Health Corporation.
Well, Northeast Valley Health Corporation is a federally funded nonprofit community health center system. We serve the Santa Clarita Valley and the San Fernando Valley. Last year we did about 260,000 patient visits for over 70,000 residents of the two valleys. Our patient population is generally government insured or uninsured. Many of our patients are working, but they just don't have health insurance from their employer. We focus on patients under 200% of the federal poverty level, and to give you what a frame of reference that is, that would be family incomes of $50,000 a year or less.
So let me ask you some questions about that. I was in the
Sure.
hospital a year and a half ago, emergency room, and the bills were extraordinary. I think it was $19,000 in bills. I had to go there because I was very, very injured in an accident. Typically, though, they talk about the lower income, if you will, citizens that go into the emergency room, that we need alternatives such as this. So this is one of those alternatives they've been talking about.
Correct, and we've been around for a long time. We actually incorporated in 1971. Health centers serve about 27 million Americans nationwide. There are over 1,500 health center organizations in about 9,000 different locations throughout the country. Mm-hmm. We're in rural communities where we're the only health provider in town. We're in urban areas. We serve the homeless. We're in public housing projects. Mm-hmm. But our mission is to really serve people who are underserved.
Yeah, serving the underserved and
Exactly.
serving those that maybe don't have the insurance that they need.
Correct.
Let's talk about why Santa Clarita Valley.
Well, Santa Clarita Valley, while we think of it as an affluent area, it has over 20,000 people that are below 200% of the federal poverty level.
Wow.
And by the statistics that we look at, it looks like only about half of them are actually served by a community health center. So what happens is if people don't have a primary care medical home and they're uninsured, they tend to use the emergency room as their source of primary health care. Mm-hmm. That clogs up the emergency rooms, and then they're burdened, and they need to be there to see true, medical emergencies, like mm-hmm. you when you had your accident.
Yes. Yeah, I needed to
as
see.
As opposed to somebody with a cold or a sore throat.
Or an injury that they can get around with, but really need to look at it. So, employment opportunities, those looking for, because it's a great field, isn't it? Medical?
It is, and it's a very competitive field because of the growth and the demand for health services from the newly insured. So we are recruiting. We're always recruiting for adult medicine physicians, for women's health physicians, and for pediatricians throughout our system. And we're going to be hiring about 19 people to operate the new Newhall Health Center, which is our new baby that's opening in February.
I love that. Let's want to ask you, what are you seeing right now as far as, because the flu epidemic they're talking about throughout the whole country, what are you seeing a lot of cases of?
We're seeing a lot of colds and flu. We do a lot of flu vaccination, but the vaccine was not 100% effective this year, so people are still getting the flu even if they had a vaccine, although that may give them a lighter case of the flu. The emergency rooms are packed. Our health centers are very busy. And we're inundated usually in the cold and flu season anyway, and this is even a bigger demand than usual with the cold and flu. And it hasn't peaked yet. They tell us that the real peak is coming February, so we ain't seen nothing yet.
No, and I love the concept of community or local clinics that you can go to Perhaps they're a little bit less cost than the hospitals. Perhaps they're more convenient. Perhaps they're maybe someone you know there, kind of like a local friend, if you will, when you're sick. So I love what you're doing. Those that want to get more information, either about a job or one of your clinics that they can visit, how can they get more information?
They can go on the web and look at NEVHC.org, or they can call any of our health centers. We are easily accessible. Our phone number is 818-898-1388, and if they call that number, they can be put in contact with somebody who can give more information about Northeast Valley Health Corporation and our network of services out here in the Santa Clarita Valley.
Yep, and tag that in your phone. So in a case of you need to get some medical care, they can come see you.
They can, and we would love to see them.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, Kimberly Wyard, the Chief CEO of Northeast Valley Health Corporation. I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Business and Real Estate Show on your hometown station, KHTS.
Whether it's getting your degree, brushing up on your skills to get to the next level at work, or taking free college courses while in high school, College of the Canyons wants you to start your finish. COC offers classes in Valencia, Canyon Country, and online. Registration is going on now for the spring semester, which begins February 5th. Whatever your goals, COC can get you there. Visit Canyons